By 9 this morning, the heavy presence of armed guards around the Supreme Court in Belmopan signaled the presence of William Danny Mason and 4 other accused of the murder of Pastor Llewellyn Lucas. To those following the trial, it was just another day in the continuation of the high-profile case that started earlier this month. Unlike the past several days, reporters were not allowed inside the courtroom nor anywhere on the court building during the proceedings. And less than an hour later, we found out that the trial had been adjourned and Mason and company no longer had an attorney. And so just before 10 o'clock, attorney Herbert Panton exited the Supreme Court, where he was asked if his clients had fired him.
Totally untrue. What happened yesterday is that I made an application to the court to be relieved of the defense of the 5 accused. That matter started today, and that application continued, and the judge just a while ago concluded that application process and granted my application. So myself and Ms. Montejo are no longer representing the 5 accused. As a consequence, the matter has been adjourned to, I believe, sometime in the first week in April, just to make sure that, to give the accused enough time to find new counsel, and the trial will proceed from there.
You're making it absolutely clear today that this was not a request from your clients because you were not taking their instructions.
This was an application made by myself to the court to be relieved from defending the 5 accused.
So as of today, you are no longer seeing them, no longer taking any phone calls, anything?
That is correct.
So as you heard, Panton says that he removed himself from the case, but when he was pressed for a reason as to why he ditched his clients in the middle of the high-profile murder case, he wouldn't disclose. So what does that mean for William Mason and his alleged accomplices? The court gave the alleged killers about 2 weeks to find new lawyers, after which the criminal trial will resume. Since the news of Panton's departure from the case, many have speculated that it may lead to a mistrial or jeopardize what has happened over the past week since the trial started. Here's what he had to say about those assumptions.
Would you care to share with us your reasons for asking to be removed, sir?
Well, I still am bound by my oath, so what I discuss with my client is not for public consumption.
Sir, there are concerns that this might lead to a mistrial in this case. Can you comment?
Well, the judge has said that the trial will continue. She did not declare a mistrial, so that is not even on the table at this point.
Can this particular decision from by yourself and Ms. Montejo being missing from the trial now lead to that particular outcome?
Well, I can't speak of what will happen now. I'm no longer involved.
Panton has been the lead attorney on the case after William Danny Mason, Terence Fernandez, Kieran Fernandez, Ashton Venegas, and Ernest Castillo were jointly charged for the beheading of Pastor Llewellyn Lucas in July of 2016. Since the trial started, as many as 17 witnesses have taken the stand to testify, including then Acting Deputy Commissioner Russell Blackett, Pastor Richard Smith, and relatives of the deceased. Over the past 9 days, several new pieces of information were shared, including surveillance footage that shows Lucas and 2 others at Mason's house. The videos also show a man identified as Lucas being escorted away by 2 persons, one of whom appeared to have a big knife in his hands as he walked behind. The video also showed the other 2 persons blindfolded and bound in the pan of Mason's Ford 150 pickup, after which Mason got into the driver's seat. Also in court earlier this week, it was being determined if a caution statement from the accused Ernest Castillo would be allowed into evidence. As we've reported, Castillo has allegedly taken the rap for the murder. But the defense argued that Castillo's statement was given under duress and that proper procedures were not followed when the statement was taken. The prosecution, however, countered that Castillo gave the caution statement of his own free will. Reporting for News 5, I'm Andrea Polanco.